We did. So over here, just roll like that. Good. Now from here, just keep your legs just hip distance apart and just take one arm up. And then we're just flowing through the movement, pulling the tummy muscles in, nice and gentle. And don't go over. Forward, that's it. And then big circles, just nice, loose circles. And then reverse. Good. Oh, just shake out your arms. Fab. And then put your hands on your hips and then just circle, just reverse the move. Just loosening your pelvis, side to side. And then round again. And then back. And then from here, just let your head drop forward. So we just stretch out the spine. So you just drop your head forward and just let your arms roll forward. So we're just going to stay here for a minute. Don't go all the way down. At this point here, just send your hands a little bit more to the floor. So you feel a stretch through the back of the neck and through the upper part of the shoulders. And then just very slowly, push your hands, keep sending your hands towards the floor. And just very slowly roll over, pulling your tummy muscles in. So you just, as you roll, you're just going to allow yourself just a few seconds and just stop a little bit and just hold it and breathe in. And then just roll a little bit more, breathing in. And then just keep doing that. So you're just giving yourself a little longer to stretch out the spine. When you get to the bottom, just let your arms circle. And you can have your knees a little bit bent if you need to, if your hamstrings are still a bit tight. And you're just going to let your arms dangle and circle and then reverse the circle. So you're taking the weight of the arms and they're sort of drawing out of the sockets. Good. And then from there, pull those tummy muscles in and peel back up. Good. So we're standing tall, big breath in, nod the chin. And this time we're just going to peel down and just let it flow. Good. And then just hold that position. Good. Come back up. Walk through the feet. Just pressing in gently through the toes. Good. Grab your little spiky ball. Just have a little roll through. Just pressing down, just bringing those feet to life. Do it any way you want. So through the heel. Sometimes you feel a little bit of tension in your feet. So sometimes just press where they feel a bit sore. And just massage the toes. Good. And then pop that foot down and do the same to the other foot. Curl through the toes. Ooh. If you've got any pain, just find it and just massage it out. Good. And then just pop the ball to one side and then just roll through the feet. So you're going to roll in and out. So you let your knees move for this to start with. So you feel the weight go on the outer edge of your foot and then on the inner edge, roll through and just let those legs move. And then try and just, so this won't be as easy. You can try and keep your knees reasonably still and just roll in and out. Okay, so it's not so much movement, but you're trying to tackle the ankles a little bit more. Good. Then lift your toes and give them a good old wiggle. Good. And then walk through those toes, walk through those feet again. Take the foot and then curl the toes under. And then just roll gently from side to side. That might be quite hard. It might hurt. It's a stretch through your shin, okay, but also through your toes, curling them over. And then swap to the other side. So you're letting your knee move. So you're rolling through the toes. So some of you might be able to get your foot right up here, but then some might find that's only comfortable if you put your foot quite far back. Good. And then just walk through those feet again. So quite important to do to try and keep your feet moving. Yeah, foot exercises are really good because if anything happens to your feet, it kind of sends off other parts of your body, knees and the hips. Good. And then from here, from there, you're going to grab a hold of your band. So we'll just do some arm exercises, warm up those arms. So remember, you've got plenty of stretch, or the less stretch you've got, the harder the exercise will be, okay? So we'll just start with putting the band under our feet. Now, 1 foot means you've got more band, 2 foot means that it's a little bit tighter, okay? So whatever you want to do. So feet close together if you're quite happy. So again, that sort of doesn't, if your balance is not great, just having your feet together is quite hard work. And then from here, you're just going to take a hold of the band and you're going to bring your hands front and you're going to bring your elbows up, okay, and back down. So we're going to lift and back down. And we're going to lift and back down. Good. And up. So again, if it's too much for you with the band, okay, you can just go for a single size. So you can you can take the band and just do one arm at a time, yeah? Or again, not take the band so high. So you might find that you can only go to there. That's okay. We're just looking for resistance. From there. Good. Excellent. Now take the band by your side, your arms by your side, and then pull your tummy muscles in and just take your hands directly back. So you get a stretch to the front of your chest. Now remember, when you do that, try not to bend at the wrists. So you might go this far, but then don't do this. Don't then just do that with your wrist because you put so much stress on your wrist. You just take it back as far as you can. So we're going to go all the way back. And remember, try not to lose your neck. You don't want your shoulders to rise up because then all of a sudden you put a lot of tension on your neck. So we're just drawing back. Pull those tummy muscles in to stop yourself from sending your hips forward like that. Good. Then from here, we're going to just take the arms forward and then bring them back and then pull them back. So again, as far as you can, there, it might just be there. That's great. We're just thinking, if you can, you're going to take them as high as you can, just in line with your shoulders. But just shove them in. As soon as you come up, you don't want to be doing this. Okay? Don't let those shoulders come up. Just keep them as high as you can, as relaxed as you can, and just use those arms. Good. So remember, you're taking it back, and then you're coming forward, and you're taking it back, and forward. Good. This time, holding your arms nice and still. You're then going to take your arms back. You're just going to hold it there and do tiny little pulses. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Good. Then we're going to go forward. And then this time, as we go back, we're going to go into a squat. Come forward. And we're going to go back and into a squat. Now remember, you need to be able to see your toes. So as you go down, just have a quick flick, see if you can see your toes. We're just going forward and back and forward and back, sitting down. Good. One more and back. Wow. Take your feet off the band. We're going to try balance and movement with the arms. Okay. If you don't want to do that, you can just stand by something and just put one foot on top of the other. That's all you have to do. If you want to try it, you're then going to put one foot on top of the other, take that band and lift it up and over. Okay? Again, if you struggle with that, you can just bring your feet together and do the same thing with your arms. Okay? If this feels easy, take the knee up, take the foot up to just below the knee and do the same thing. Okay? You're just using that foot, all the muscles of the foot and the ankle. Good. Now, we swap legs, okay? So we've got close together, foot on top or foot on inside, just below the knee. This time, we're going to take the band and we're just going to pop it into our hands. So we've got balance and we're just going to pull the band apart, she said. So pull the band. Good. Also, there is that one as well. If you want to just put your toes, so your toes are on the floor there. It's just giving yourself a bit of a challenge. Pull the tummy muscles in and fix on something that's ahead of you. Jolly good. And relax. Jolly. This time, grab a hold of your band and we're going to stand on it again. So we're going to do bicep curls, and that's the strongest muscle of your arm. So you can either have one foot up, 2 feet together, hip distance, or take those legs a little bit wider so you've really got quite a tight band, okay? Elbows stay into the body, and we're going to bend the elbows and bring the hands towards the shoulders, okay? You keep your elbows tight into your body. Okay, so work on whichever, because that might be fine, that might be hard enough, okay? So whichever you need to do. Good. Now from here, I'm going to get you to just bring your hands just so that the hands are in line with the elbows, and then bring them down. And then we're going to go to there and bring them down. And there and down. And there and down. Good. Now this time, you're going to come all the way up and then go halfway. All the way up, halfway. All the way up, halfway. One more, all the way up, halfway, and then down. Then you just got 4 full ones. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. From there, just take the band, stand on it. So you've got the whole length of the band. I'm going to put both feet on it. I'm going to take this arm out to the side. I'm going to lift it up and then lean directly to one side. Keep your hips reasonably still. Try not to send your hips right out to the side. You're keeping them reasonably still, lifting out of the rib cage and leaning. Bring that arm down, take it out, tension there, and then lean. Out, down, lift, and over. Good. Let those arms work. Harder the stretch. Good. And just swap over to the other side. Pop the foot down. Arm up and over. Good. Tension. And then laterally bend. Good. And one more. from here, take your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, so you've got, again, holding onto the band, all right? And we're just going to lift our rib cage, and then we're just going to rotate. We come back to the center, pull the tummy muscles in, and rotate. So you can use the band. So as I'm rotating to the right, I'm using my right hand just to pull the band a little bit, just to assist a bit more of a rotation, but you don't want to pull it so hard that it hurts you. You're just trying to get a bigger stretch. Keep your hips reasonably still. And there we go. Fab. Take the band so that your hands are facing forward. And we're just going to take the arms out and pull the band apart. As far back as you can, come back and down. So we'll come up, open the band, bring it back together and down. We're going to come up, open, far back, big stretch, and down. And up, open, back, and down. Turn the hands and then take the band up. Ooh, and up. And up. Good. Just one more for me. So remember, if it's easy, if you feel like you're doing that, well, this is easy, you need to make the band tighter, so don't cheat yourself, okay? So if you were in class, I'd be able to see that a bit more, so just make sure it's a good effort. And then from there, we'll do one more for the triceps. So we'll do the one that no one likes. So you're going to put your band on the mat, you're going to step on it. Okay, so again, as much or as little a band as you want. Put your hand out so you can put that on the palm of your hand. Grip it, send the arm out, and then bring your elbow high. So your elbow is roughly in line with your head. Keep your elbow there, and then we're going to lift up. Okay, so just drop this bit a bit. So we're not letting that elbow sink down, okay? The elbow stays there. So we're using this muscle here. Now, from here, I want you to just to go up a little bit, down, up a little bit, down, up a little bit, down. Not all the way, just tiny move. Then all the way up, halfway down, up, halfway down, up, halfway, up, halfway, up. Now all the way down for 4 and up, good. And push, and push, and push, and one more. Brill. Okay, that's excellent. So you can do, a lot of the exercises can be quite the same. So you just do a slightly something different in the exercise, and that ties the muscle. So normal triceps, we're just using the whole muscle here to help. Okay, so it's getting a chance to contract. And then when we do a short move, a little shorter pulse, the muscle has to contract a little bit quicker. Now we're going to go all the way up and halfway down, all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, halfway down, all the way up. And I didn't say it before, I was just doing it. We're going to go down, I'm going to go halfway up, down, halfway up, down, halfway up, and one more. Now all the way, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, great. Bring those hands back, and then we'll go up and over and round again. Stretching. Good. Now from here, just pop the band just down beside you, and we're just going to take one arm across the body, just hold it. So you're just trying to have a little stretch through this arm, and then take the other arm over, around. Take one hand out, bend the elbow, and then use this hand between the elbow and the shoulder there, just gently draw it back. Release that. Take the other arm out, bend it down behind you, hand there. Good. Take those hands behind, just draw the chest up. So you pull your hands away from your bottom, just draw the chest, and then take the hands around in front of you, clasp the fingers, send those hands forward so the shoulders roll forward, and then drop the chin. Just breathe in that position. Good. Then unclasp the hands, reach the arms to the ceiling, and then reach to the right, relax, and then reach to the left, relax. Reach to the right, then the left. Lifting out of the ribs, lift, and lift, and lift. Take the hands down, just press the hands forward and circle. Good. Reverse the move, and then drop the arms down. From here, lift the shoulders to the ears. Drop, lift, relax. Give your arms a little shake. Jolly good. Then from here, we're going to come down and we're going to sit onto our bottoms. All right, so you can peel down if you'd like to do it the correct way. Peel it all the way down. Bring yourself onto your bottom and sit with your legs out in front of you. Go this way. I'll come back a bit, so that's it. Jolly good. So we're here now. We're just going to sit up nice and straight. So we're thinking about the crown of the head lifting to the ceiling, the shoulders are relaxed, and our feet are flexed forward. Now, we're trying to flex the feet so far forward that you feel the heels lift off the mat because your calves have tensed, and that might help to raise. Don't worry, that doesn't happen. But we're just holding that, and then we're just going to point the toes, and then we're going to flex again. And point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. All the while sitting as tall as you can. Good. Now we're going to flex those feet towards us. We're going to take our hands and we're just going to slide them down our legs and just nod the chin and reach towards the toes. Flexing the feet, the toes are coming towards the nose. We're then going to come all the way back and just sit tall. We're going to go forward, reach, come back, sit tall. Forward, reach, back, sit tall. Just got two more. We're going to slide forward, touch those toes, come back, and slide forward and touch those toes. Good. Then we're going to bring our feet in so that we're sitting again on our sit bones. We're just going to hold on to our ankles or onto your feet, okay? And from there, you're just going to nod the chin, slowly peel over and just round through the spine. Now from there, just take a deep breath and just feel the stretch and feel where you feel it, okay? Think about where you feel it. Some of you may feel it across the tops of your shoulders, some in the mid-spine, and some in the lower back. Some people may even feel it in their bottom, okay? So you're just breathing in here and holding the position and exhaling. And then breathing in and exhaling. Now gently let those knees bounce up and down. Okay, so you kind of, it's doing it, but you're not putting a great deal of effort in. All right, you're just letting those knees drop. Now, from here, take a breath in. Relax that. From there, take a breath in and exhale and just sink a little bit further forward. Okay, now it may be just because, and then bounce again, you may find that you struggle to peel because your hips are tight. So we're just trying to loosen the hips a bit. And then we're going to breathe in and exhale. Come a little bit closer if you can. Now, here, what I'd like you to do, you hold in this position, this stretch, and I want you to just let your right shoulder go forward. Settle it back, and then let your left shoulder go forward. So you're kind of just rolling forward. So as you do that, you feel a bit more of a stretch on the right side. You relax back, and then you let your left shoulder go back. Good. Now bounce those knees. And then keep, this time, just keep peeling over and breathe in. Good. Now, from here, sit back up nice and tall. You can cross your legs fully or keep them, or do this if you need to, if your knees are struggling, okay, or your hips are tight. From there, you're just going to take a hold of your right hand, pop it onto your left knee, take your left hand down, and use your left hand and your right hand to draw you round. Okay, so you're going to breathe in there. And you're really just looking over your shoulder. And you're going to come back, left hand on the right knee, right hand goes to the floor. Use those hands to help you rotate. Breathe in at the top. Good. We're going to do one more to each side. Good. Now we're going to settle those legs out in front of us. And this time, I'm going to turn so you can see, but we're just going to roll off our sit bones. So you're going to sit nice and tall. You can use your hands for balance. And up from here, I'd like to pull your tummy muscles in and then just roll back just a fraction. So you feel like you're rolling off your sit bones. And then you're going to come back and sit tall. So you're going to roll back and then you're going to sit tall. So you're just letting that pelvis roll and your spine curve. Sit tall. Send that chest up every time and back. And sit tall. Good. Now from here, you're going to try again and just reach towards your toes. So you're flexing your feet, your toes are coming towards your nose. Take a breath. You're going to slowly peel over, nod that chin and reach to your toes. And then come back. Now, from there, one more time, we're just going to reach. And then back. Then from there, you're going to take your hands out in front of you and we're going to slowly, slowly roll down. Nice and easy. Take it your time. Good. We're going to bring our arms by our side. We're going to take the right leg, bend it, bend the left leg. Just roll through the pelvis there just a couple of times. Good. And then from here, you're going to bring the right leg into tabletop. Okay. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to keep your right arm relaxed on the mat. Take your left hand and you're going to pop it behind your head to support it. You're going to just relax this elbow. Take a breath, nod the chin, and as you do that, you're going to hold on to the head. So that's all we're going to do. Just do that just a couple of times. You're going to nod the chin and you're going to take the weight of the head. Good. Now we're going to nod the chin, take the weight of the head, and take the left elbow over to the right knee. And you're going to come back. Now you've got your right hand rested on the mat, and you're keeping both buttocks on the floor. There's a tendency to do this, that every time you come up, you want to just roll with it, okay? And if you roll with it, nothing really happens. You feel like you get closer to your knee, but what you're looking for is the exercise in your obliques. So we're going to breathe out each time we come up, and again, and 2 more, and pop that foot down, relax the head, take your arm out. So your left hand's relaxed now, your right hand's going behind your head. We've got our left leg into tabletop. We're just going to take the weight of the head again, just make sure we've got that relaxed, pop it back down, and one more time, so you make sure everything is nice and comfortable, and then take the elbow across to the knee. Now the important thing is blowing out and soak those tummy muscles in as you do it. And now some of you may be able to get your elbow to your knee, but try that rather than bringing your knee to your elbow. You can bring the knee closer, but I find that I like this one better because I think it's more effective. And good. Pop those legs down. From here, take the right leg back into tabletop, followed by the left. Take the hands, pop them behind your knees. Breathe deeply and nod the chin. Exhale, send those feet to the floor and roll up. Grab a hold of your band. So you can do this with or without the band. The band just adds, remember, the extra resistance. You're popping your band over your feet and you're taking a hold of it. I would say right at the very ends, okay? And we're going to roll, so we're going to roll back, so we're just coming off our sit bones. We can feel our tummy working. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to draw it open and bring back. So you're kind of so I'll just keep showing you. You're going to go from side to side. I'll show you from the front. So you're going to take that, you've got that arm slightly bent, you pull it away and you rotate. Now, tendency is to do this. Yeah, keep that front arm still and you're just going to rotate. You come back to the center and we go to the other side. We come back and we come back. Good. We've got one more to each side. And good. Let go of the band and roll slowly down. Bring those knees in. Sorry, those feet in. Take the right leg into tabletop again. Take the left hand behind the head. You're going to come over again. And we're just going to here, stop here and do tiny pulses. So you're going to pull the tummy muscles in. Try not to pull on your head. Suck your tummy muscles in. And 2 more. And relax. Good. Take your right hand behind your head. Left knee tabletop, and we're going to come up and over, and we're going to go. Good. Then from there, let yourself relax back. Just take both knees from side to side. Then bring the right leg into tabletop, followed by the left. Take a breath in, nod the chin, and roll back up. Good. I'm just going to grab my ball. You can grab one of your balls if you get the bigger one. If you haven't got that today, you can just use your little spiky ball, but it's a little bit sore when you push it. So we're going to have the ball between our knees. So I'm going to sit up, okay? And we're going to just try doing some inner thigh work with a roll back. So you're going to push your knees together. So you've engaged your inner thighs, and then you're going to roll down. And then you're going to roll up. You're going to roll down. Push those knees together and roll up. Now, remember, if you can't roll up, it's impossible. You're going to roll back till you feel tension and then roll forward, okay? So you're keeping that inner thigh movement, and you'll know if you lose the inner thigh movement because you'll just drop the ball. But if you're happy, roll back, roll up, roll back, and roll up. Good. This time, roll back. Lie down. Bring those feet into the body. So the feet are as near into your bottom as you can. We're just keeping the tension on the ball. I want you just to roll through the pelvis, forward and back. So you're engaging your inner thighs all the time. Good. Then, this is hard to lift both legs. You do need to use your tummy muscles. So you're engaging the ball, you pull your tummy muscles in, take a good breath in. As you exhale, everything tightens and float the ball, okay? So you've got this ball squeezed, okay? You're then going to keep squeezing the ball. Bring the leg over, tight here. Bring the legs back, tap down, come back, and over. Okay, now, too much, if it's too much, get rid of the ball. You can do it without the ball. Good. If that feels too much, when you come to the center, tap, tap, and over. Okay, that just makes it a little bit easier. Again, too much, feet down, roll, lift, lift, roll. Okay, so there's lots of options. All right, the hardest one being squeezing the ball, pulling over, back, getting rid of the ball, sorry, tap down, back and over, or single taps and over, or feet down, side, side, or sorry, in the middle, lift, lift, draw over. Okay, so there's it. So obviously on the recording, you'll be able to see that a bit better. From there, you're going to push those knees together, and we're going to keep them nice and tight, stretch the legs to the ceiling, flex the toes towards you, and bend the knees. So tension on the ball, push the feet up, let the toes see the nose, and back, and push, and back, good, and blow the air out. Breathe in now, and good, and squeeze that ball, and squeeze, good, and squeeze, let those toes see the nose, and pop the feet down. Take the ball out for the moment, and then just allow your body just to roll from side to side. Just feel that move. Good. Then stretch out your legs nice and long, and take both arms overhead behind you. Reach away, really reach those fingertips away. Breathe deeply and just let yourself relax. And feel the back of the rib cage get heavy onto the mat. Okay, so you feel, so if you're tight, as you can see here, I'm tight through my shoulders today. I think that's because of all the decorating. So I'm struggling to get my arms down, okay? So just breathe in. If you feel like that, just keep breathing in. And then, and just letting yourself stretch. Good. Bring those arms back. Grab your ball again. Pop it between your knees. And we just do some inner thigh with shoulder bridges. So shoulder bridge is a peel all the way up onto your shoulders. If you've got something big behind your head, take that out, okay? So you don't want to be cutting off your air supply by letting your chin go to there. Relax your arms, or if you want to make the shoulder bridge a bit more difficult from a balance point of view, take your arms up. You can just pop them across your chest, okay? Because that stops you using your arms. Even though you don't think you do, you still push into the floor. So you've lifted your bottom there, and your knees feel like they're drawing away from you, okay? So you've got this, hips are lifted, buttocks are lifted, arms by your side. You're going to squeeze and release the ball. Squeeze and release the ball. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Now hold the squeeze. During the squeeze, you're going to drop the bottom down. Keep squeezing the ball and lift the bottom up. Drop the bottom down. Keep squeezing and lift. Tighten those buttocks. If you feel like you're getting a little bit of cramp in that hamstrings, it's just because you need to tighten your buttocks. You need to work your buttocks. Lift and lift and lift. Good. From there, just take the ball out a second because you're going to reach for your band. And we're going to do a combination of ball and band. So we're going to take the ball, pop it between our knees. Good. And take the band up to the ceiling. But if you need to use your arms still to keep your balance with your shoulder bridge, stick with what you were doing, but you're going to peel all the way up, okay? And then we're going to squeeze the ball, release the ball, come away from the door a bit. We're going to take the arm over behind us, and as we lift and we're squeezing, releasing the ball, you're going to just pull the band apart and release, and pull. So as you release the ball, pull the band apart, then let the arms come back together and squeeze the ball. So you release the ball a little bit and then squeeze the ball. You pull your arms apart gently and back and back. So I could feel this in my lats, the side just below my shoulder, my armpits, and my rhomboids. That's being used as I pull the band apart. But I'm also feeling that in my inner thighs. Good. Now, hold the squeeze on the ball. Bring the band to the ceiling. So you're not letting go of that squeeze. You're going to pull the band apart and bring it back up. Pull it apart and bring it back up. Keep the squeeze. Pull it apart and bring up. You've got 4 more. 4. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Fabulous. Take the band up. Take your arms overhead behind you and peel all the way down. Good. And take the ball out. Pop it down. Keep your band roughly where it is. And then from here, we roll on to one side. Good. Now, actually, I think I've got one already folded. So take your band and then pop it into a little bow, tighten it up and pop it over your feet. Bring it up so it's above your knees. It's not on your knees, on your thighs, okay? So I told you to roll over and then I told you to get up. I'm definitely not going to be a YouTube sensation at this rate. Now, I'm a YouTube something. Now, find yourself nice and comfortable here. So relax your head on your arm. Your knees are bent and your feet are in line with your bottom. So So it's just a regular clam, but what you're going to do is you've got a bit of resistance. It just makes it harder. So feet stay together. You're going to tip your hips forward a little bit, and then you're going to try and lift the knee. Okay? Now remember, don't roll back as you lift your knee. Okay? So if you can only manage that far, that's fine. Because what we're actually doing is exercising the bit of the body that we need to. Okay? But some of you might find you can get your knee all the way up to the ceiling, where the knee is virtually pointing the ceiling. That's great, as long as you've got your hips still. Good. Now, keep those knees together and float the feet. And keep them tight together. And then lift the top knee. And lift. Again, keeping your hips forward. Good. Now, hold it as far as you can. So you feel like you're really putting a lot of effort to hold it there. And just lift and drop it. Just a small couple of, just tiny little bits, just up and down, not too far. Good. And relax. Jolly good. Hold your position here. Just take your arms out in front of you. And then chalk circles. So draw that circle all the way around the body. Now, keep that arm nice and long. Let this part of the body roll and look behind you. Okay, so sorry, I'm going to hit my wall here. But you're looking to try and get contact with the mat all the way around. So you can sweep all the way forward, or you can come back the way you came. And I'd just like you to do 4 more of those in your own time. So you're rolling, you're just letting your hands glide across the floor. You get to as far as you can and go round. So again, because I'm hidden, but if you're tight, you may not be able to get your arm on the mat. Good. When you've done your last one of those, so just give you time to finish that. You're going to pop your hand on your forehead, and then just let this top elbow go back, keeping your knees relaxed. And the aim of the game is to try and get that elbow and that shoulder on the mat. So my knees have just come apart a little bit, but you keep your knees as still as you can. Good. Now, we're going to roll gently onto the other side, or I'll move up to this end. So the knees are bent, the feet are in line with the bottom. You've got a bit of tension. Relax your head, roll those hips forward, and we just start by lifting, keeping that foot, those feet roughly together, lifting the knee. Good. Couple more. Then keep those knees together, float the feet, and lift. And lift. And lift. So remember, don't roll here. Keep your body nice and still. Good. Now hold it there and just let them pulse up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Take the band off the legs for now. Actually, don't. Sorry, before you get all the way down there, can you keep them so that they're just down, it's down by your ankles? We're going to roll onto our tummy. Okay? And first of all, we're just going to do a shallow breaststroke prep. So we're going to have our body rested on the mat, elbows out to the side, hands facing forward. From here, we're going to breathe in And then lift the chest, the head will come away. And we're just coming up onto our elbows. Tighten those buttocks. And going down. Good. We're going to lift and back. We're going to lift and back. And good. Now, we've got our bands on our legs. From here, just this time, we're going to float both legs and then just pull them apart. Let them go on down. So we're going to pull the tummy muscles in, tighten the buttocks, float both legs and pull them apart and down. We're going to lift, tighten and pull apart and down. And lift, gently pull. It's not a big move, okay? You're just having a little bit of tension and down. Now we're going to float both legs and we're going to see, actually it depends how much tension you've got in the band. We're just going to float and kick our legs forward, up and down. So we've just got a little tension. Again, mine's not too tight. And down. Now, bend those knees. So the band is at the ankles and then just pull the band apart and pull. Keeping your knees still. Just pull those feet out to the side. Tummy tight. Good. Come back down. Take the band out. Pull it to one side. Woo. And this time we're going to come up into a full cobra. So breathing in, the chest, the head, the ribs, the tummy. Feels like it's coming away from the mat. Your arms are out in front of you. Breathing in at the top. Pull those tummy muscles in and bend the elbows. Good. Breathing in. Send those shoulders sliding down as if they're trying to fit into the back pockets of your tracksuit. Good. And up. And back. And up. And back. Good. This time, take your hands back. Push yourself up onto your hands. Pull your tummy muscles in. Transition over into a shell stretch. Breathe deeply there. Then from here, grab your roller. We'll just have a little massage before we finish. So we're going to take the roller this time. We're going to pop it into just below our shoulder blades. So I'm going to roll back onto it. And I can feel the wing of my shoulder blade just sitting there. I'm going to take my hand behind my head. And then I'm going to just roll over and back. So my hands are really supporting my head. Good, just a few times. Ooh. Now, as you just rolled over your curve, just send your weight from side to side. Just stretch into your lats underneath your arms. So you can let your knees move with you. You can take your whole weight over, all the way over if you want, like that. And then just gently rock on there if you feel that that's of benefit. Good. Great. Now, I think we'll just do our lower back quickly as well because that's quite nice. So you take the roller now, put it under your knees. Oops, to do. That's it. And then roll the roller with your hands so that it's close to your bottom. Lift your bottom so you've got a real good fleshy part of your bottom on it. And then just hold on to it, the roller there, not your bottom. Now, from there, just roll. You can just roll like that. And you might find that that's invasive enough for you. You might think that's quite sore. Or you can bring your legs into your body and roll. And it's quite nice if your back is a bit tight. And then I always just straighten one leg out if I can, and then take the hand behind the knee and draw that in, and you get a nice hip stretch. And I just let my knee drop out as well. So you're pulling, feel like you're pulling apart there. Come back, pop that down, slide that one out, draw it in, and then I just let me push it out gently. Good. Bring those knees back in again and just have a little roll. Pop the foot down, followed by the other. Lift your bottom, just shimmy the roller out. And then up. If you want to, I forgot to remember that the whole neck thing, the neck's nice. If you just pop it in there and you can roll from side to side. Or a little bit of tension release there. Nice one to do if you spend a lot of time at a desk. This one and the one that you roll your shoulders over. Because that, if your posture is not so great and you're hunched over your desk, it's quite nice just to flatten out the back. But when you're ready, roll that roller away and you should feel like all of your body is nice and relaxed. Straighten out your legs, put your arms by your side. And just for a minute, I'd just like you to focus on your breathing. So you take a breath into the nose, fill up your chest, fill up your tummy, and then blow all the air out. It's almost like you're deflating. You feel your body sink down. And you breathe in, like you're blowing up the balloon, and then all the air leaves the balloon. So if you're doing this, if you do the recording, you can do the roller. You could do the roller for as long as you like and do the deep breathing for as long as you like at the end. But from now, you're just going to wiggle your toes, shake out your legs, wiggle your fingers, shake out those arms. And then I always bend my knees and roll onto my side, push myself up until I'm on to my bottom. And then when you're ready, just check you feel fine, you feel okay, so you don't feel dizzy. And then from here, bring yourself up onto your knees and tuck your toes and send your bottom to the ceiling. Press your heels down, straighten out those knees and peel all the way up. Good. And finally, just take both arms out so the palms are facing forward. Take those arms back. Take those arms to the ceiling. Lift the chest. Bring them down. Relax. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Thank you very much.
Recording.